This is After Hours with Amy Lawrence.
So I started out by asking Coach how much this historic season has actually sunk in, this first bowl win in their program's history.
Just a little bit still. It's still been crazy.
Such an incredible experience. Crazy, as you say, Coach. You've got a group of seniors that are glowing every time I see interviews with them. So what will you remember about this special night in Boca 5 years, 10 years down the road?
I guess just the scene of coming through. We had a huge crowd there, walking through them. I mean, it was literally like, as good or better than almost a home game. I mean, we had the band and people were really excited. We had a great crowd behind us. And, we scored on the first play of the game and, the post game with the players. And I don't know, it was a terrific night.
Oh, I'm so glad you bring up that first touchdown. I can only imagine what is happening on your sidelines when you go 70 yards and you're already on the board 18 seconds in.
Oh, nuts. Just pandemonium. And, and that's one of those things as a coach, there's tons more game to play, but it sure was a great start. Just a good shot in the arm. And, we talked all week about being aggressive and, that we felt like we need to take some shots because they were a really good defense and they were aggressive with their corners, and we thought we had some good matchups. So, this plan you've been talking about for over a week comes to fruition. That's when as a coach, it's really fun.
It just came together so perfectly for you, your staff, the team, the conference championship, the bowl win. I don't know that you could have scripted it any better, Coach. So how did this happen? How did it fall into place like this?
Well, we went back when January hit, and, we always go back to 14. One of the things I really wanted to do was really, get these guys invested in our home stadium, and they had not won many games. And we started going to Legion Field and running once a week. And when we got there in January, which we had done, previous, that was the new talk was, our goals were conference championship. And, we'd had a good year. We had the rough bowl game against Ohio, and, that was the last taste in our mouth. And, they were hungry, ready to go to work. And so it all started right then. And we've been talking about that championship all year. Like any team, you're going to have some bumps in the road, but I thought they really persevered and, found ways to win. And obviously, coming back to win the championship, the conference championship, besides just, great accomplishment, you're talking about history. And then, we wanted to finish it off. I mean, it was, I really literally took off recruiting the day after the championship game, but I'm hearing reports about our guys just, really being excited about the game and focused. And, it was, last year was to go enjoy it, and this year really was to go win. And I saw it in how they practiced, leading up to the game.
We're spending a few minutes with the head coach of UAB Football, fresh off the first bowl win in program history. He's also the Eddie Robinson National Coach of the Year award winner, Bill Clark, with us here after hours on CBS Sports Radio. You've got a core group of seniors, 35 of them, and I know they all took different paths and they have different stories that brought them to this point. But considering everything that your program went through in the last 4 years, Coach, how much does this group mean to you personally?
Oh, my gosh. I mean, they believed in us when there was really nothing to believe in. And, that small group we had the year before was so special because, they helped recruit these guys. And, there was a few guys in there that had come back from that first team, Colin, Lisa, and a few more. But most of these were guys that came from all over the country with, kind of just a hope. And I do think we were a good answer for a lot of them, whether we were helping them academically or getting maybe an injury well or giving them another chance. So, it's kind of a win-win for both of us, but just really special and proud of them.
I don't know that I've ever seen a graduation ceremony quite like the one that you held for those players who were missing the one back on campus because you guys were in Boca for the bowl game. Why was that something that you wanted to do for that group, Coach?
Well, I think it just kind of says, we talk every day about academics and, a lot of these guys, had struggled academically. That's why they were where they were. And, we're a really good academic institution. But, I don't know if the night before the game, normally I would go to a pep rally just because of, you want them to be resting and all those things. But I thought it was a great chance to interact with our fans, but more importantly, to really let them graduate. But, because we'd kind of taken that from them. Even though they were glad to go to the bowl, that was the Saturday of graduation. We left on that Friday. So, we just talked about it, and our administration was all on board. And, president was going to be there, so it worked out perfectly.
There definitely is a debate out there, of which I have engaged at times, about the number of bowl games and why are there so many. And I'm not even sure I could tell you all the names of them, Coach. But considering what an experience this was for your group, for your program, do you feel like each individual bowl is special enough that it's worth it to have so many, even if we're not talking about national semifinals or college football playoff?
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's giving kids exposure to another area. We were so well treated, last year and this year. But, just talking about this year, the people of Boca and our hosts and, where we stayed at the hotel. I mean, it was just, it couldn't have been any more special. And this is what a great memory for both sides. Win or lose, it's a great memory. And then obviously when you can go win. So I'm totally on the other side of the fence with it. It should, we need to keep doing them. And, of course, I'm all for these, the big championship games and all that good stuff. But, every chance we can for these guys who have worked so hard in the fan base is to go have some fun. Let's keep doing it.
In just the last week, you've had the groundbreaking for your brand new stadium in Birmingham. And every time you and I talk, Coach, you point to the support of the community and how this program is not resurrected without it. So to now be able to see where this new stadium is going to go, how exciting is this step for you?
Oh, it's the game changer to me for Birmingham. It's the next step. It's, the next step for our program. Just, in Legion Field, once again, great history, and it's been nice. But, it's time for something new, and where it's going to be, there's all kind of restaurants and hotels, and there's all kind of growth going to happen right there. So it's just going to be a win for everybody, and it's just another investment in our program. But, there's so many other things that will get to happen there, for our city. Other games will be played and other events as well. So it's just, perfect.
I can't wait to follow that development and that project and then finally see the finished product. We're spending a few minutes with Coach Bill Clark of UAB Football. The Blazers fresh off their first ever Conference USA championship as well as their first bowl win in program history. It's After Hours on CBS Sports Radio. It's been a few years now since your program has returned, and that's all credit to the support of the fans in Birmingham as well as the community. But are you surprised that the fervor has not diminished at all? They have not waned in their support. In essence, the novelty is not worn off.
Well, it's, I guess it's just I don't know, surprising or just exciting, just to see our people. And then granted, we put a great product out there for them to see, especially at home, but we're undefeated. But no, I'm just, I guess that's what, people ask me all the time, what kept you there? And that's what it is. Our fans are terrific, and they're passionate and excited. And I think also, anytime something's taken away from you, it makes you even that much more appreciative. And, I guess today was, maybe a little bit yesterday, but that was my first day to kind of get out. And it was just the people amazing, whether it was the grocery store, just a few different places I got to go like a normal person. They're just so excited and thankful. So just proud of it. I probably had 10 people just thank me today, that I believed in Birmingham and believed in UAB. And that's what I've been getting, really ever since we came back. But, of course, even more so probably now. Now
that your season is over, Coach, there's been a myriad of awards, including the Eddie Robinson National Coach of the Year Award, which is an amazing honor. But what does it mean to you, in addition to getting the awards, the attention that the program is getting, even as you've put together this winner, this champion, a few years after coming back from the dead?
Yeah, I think that's, that was our goal the whole time, that Birmingham and UAB, and there's people, that may want this, but, we've literally got the city, the school. That's kind of what I've always felt that this place deserves. And now for people to also recognize it, and our school's growing, our city's growing, all these things are kind of happening together. It's, it's very gratifying just to be part of that.
So I heard that in the locker room at the bowl game, you were asking your players who they would like to play them in the movie when the movie is written about this incredible journey of UAB football. So, Coach, I'm going to ask you the same thing. Who do you want to play you in the film?
Oh, shoot, I don't know. I guess they're starting to speculate on that. But, that was our standing joke of, I think I told you that. Everybody's like, well, what was your line? And I said, well, we had one. We were going to build a facility, and if we didn't get that done, you were going to find me in an alley somewhere because I had promised that. But, the other thing was literally this is going to be a movie, and I don't think we had any idea it would turn out this great. But so I don't know. Maybe they'll pick somebody good, I hope.
It most definitely is the stuff that dreams are made of, Coach. And it's been so amazing to watch the journey from rebuilding the program and you putting together now 2 consecutive seasons in which they have been winners. The Blazers are winners. Merry Christmas to you. Awesome to talk to you. And again, congratulations on all of the accolades.
You too. Merry Christmas. Thanks so much for having me on.